Hello, Collective. Welcome to my channel, Divine Nudges, coming to you with a second round of messages for the day. If you haven't checked out the collective reading that I posted earlier, go ahead and check it out. Thank you so much for stopping by. We're just going to go on ahead and get right into it and see what messages come through for the collective at this time. What messages? What messages? Some of you may be teeter-tottering between walking away from something and staying put somewhere. Okay. That could be a connection. That could be a place like work or some sort of other area of people activity. The Death card came out. So I'm sensing, collective, that someone here is being pulled to make a really big change and to actually bring something to a close, something to an end. So while you're teeter tottering, it's because this is something that once really gave you a lot of fulfillment, joy, pleasure, and gratification. And so it's difficult to walk away from. But your higher self, and perhaps even the divine, is nudging you to tell you that it is time for something new. It is time to kind of close out a chapter and begin a new one. There may be an offer of love coming in, or there is, when closing out this chapter, you will be met with greater fulfillment, another chapter of love. And prosperity. And prosperity. So for some of you, something in your past is not paying off anymore. Okay? So you're being asked to pour into something, almost like a labor of love, to pour into something wholeheartedly. And in doing so, you will see abundance. You will see financial increase. You will see legacy building opportunities for you and your family. But the issue is, my loves, is that oftentimes you are worried from one moment to the next. You may just be flooded with anxiety and fears that are kind of making you hold on to this old life, to this old way of doing things. So yeah, with this Four of Pentacles here, I'm getting that this definitely has something to do with your finances, for sure. Okay. Some of you may be feeling like you don't have enough in your savings account. Maybe a lot of money is coming out of your savings account. It's coming out faster than it's going in. I'm hearing bills. A lot of you have bills on, or, someone watching has, bills on the brain right now, paying the bills, being able to pay the bills. And so this is making it really difficult for you to embrace a new beginning, this new transition that you really and truly are drawn to. You feel called to. There may be a Scorpio here watching, okay? I have all of the elements here. I have cards, I have wands, I have pentacles, I have cups. So this could be for anyone who's viewing right now. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going because I want to see what is the advice, what is the outcome pertaining to the messages that we just received, Spirit. What other messages can you share with the collective to bring some clarity, guidance, some comfort? So here we have the Hierophant. Okay, so this is a very highly spiritual card. Some of you may benefit from mentorship, okay, from seeking counseling or guidance. Some of you may even benefit from um, services, like local services that help with paying bills, that help with, financial hardship and burdens. Okay. But I'm also getting this is a really huge commitment. It's a really, really big commitment. And one of the biggest things is that it's going to be very different. It's not really traditional. This new chapter, this new, what you're being inspired to do, what you're working on. Yeah. It has a lot of promise. Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. But, with the Pentacle suit is a very slow suit. It takes time. It takes time to build. But there is a lot of financial promise if you can let go of the past. Hmm. What else do we have here? Another, the Knight of Cups just showed up again. Okay, so there is fulfillment in the future. And I do see here for some of you where you will be receiving an offer of love with this Knight of Cups here. And this could be something that's coming from the divine, but it could be coming from somewhere else. What is this Knight of? Yeah, look at that. It's an Ace of Pentacles, my love. Okay. So, this offer of love, the universe, the divine is definitely partnering with you on this, definitely seeing you through on this. And divine love, it's as if this is a direct act of kindness and love from the divine, will be making a way, making it possible for you to have this new financial beginning. I'm hearing it's promised. You can absolutely count on it and depend on it. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles here. That's, from the Ace to the Queen, that's a leap. That's a leap. That's a lot of progress. But you're stuck somewhere in the middle right now. And that might be in wondering if it's actually going to pan out for you. But I got this to clarify that Knight of Cups. If you keep pouring into it, if you keep pouring yourself into it, your heart into it, your soul into it, you will definitely reap the rewards and the benefits. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So I could be speaking to Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, also Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. The Hierophant is another Taurus card, okay? But some of you, this may be an intuitive pursuit, a spiritual pursuit, or you're being told, divinely nudged to nurture and take care of yourself, especially with these two queens here, right? These are the softest queens in the deck. Oh, excuse me. These are the softest queens in the deck. They're very nurturing, very gentle, as opposed to the queens of swords and wands. Okay, those queens are more like warring queens, very powerful. Um, at a moment's notice, they stay ready. They don't got to get ready, right? These two queens tend to stay home and tend to the household and the children and their husbands, and their power is in nurturing and being in gentle. Okay, so with that said, for some of you, you may be entering your soft era. Pardon me, collective. You know, this new beginning, this transition is it's going from being those queens that are action oriented, logical, taking initiative, um, very much in their masculine energy. I'm speaking to people here who are entering a phase of femininity, a feminine energy, where not only are they more soft in nurturing towards others, but they themselves or you yourselves are going to be nurtured and loved more, not only by the divine, but through all of the experiences that this new beginning promises. And look, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Cups. So there's celebrations and friendships coming in. Okay, there's reasons to celebrate here. Yeah, we have the High Priestess. So for a lot of you, I could be speaking to psychics here, tarot readers, spiritual workers, spiritual practitioners. Okay, and we have the Judgment card. This is absolutely your calling. This is a rebirth for a lot of you. Okay, so with the divine's participation in all of this, you don't have to second guess your judgment. You don't have to question yourself. You just have to trust your intuition and be guided by it. Okay, because this transformation is absolutely being ordained by the divine. You have the divine's blessing here to end something and begin another thing, and to really come out of that wounded healer energy. You have learned the lessons, and you have healed. So you're not so much the wounded healer as much as you are the healed, and now in a position to be a healer and to lead others. Okay, the hermit is very much a spiritual teacher, a spiritual guru. This is someone who's gone through the reawakening process with this judgment card here. Okay, this is someone who has gone within and has, discovered more of themselves. And they're really at the top of the mountain here. They've climbed the mountain. And here you go. So, for those of you who may be feeling, or going through some financial hardship at this moment, I'm seeing where that phase is going to end. This new beginning will provide you with opportunities, okay, with the 7 of Cups here, that are going to be financially lucrative for you. Okay. Be careful that your emotions, don't trick you, don't deceive you, that your fears and those shadowy type of feelings like self-doubt and, lack of confidence and, even others, make sure that, no one is speaking negativity upon your dreams. Keep them to yourself as much as possible, just because you may be going in a direction that not everybody would dare go in anyway. Okay, pay attention to your dreams for warning signs as well. So I'm getting a lot of psychic energy here, synchronicities. But yeah, be careful for your own, like deceiving yourself through your emotions of fear. Okay. All right, let's move on here, collective, and see what other messages we may have here for you. Talking to my star seeds, star seeds. Today's football Sunday. Are you all watching football? What are you all doing today? Having gatherings and get togethers? Hope you're doing something fun. It is so bright and sunny where I am. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. It says here the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Some of you may be feeling shy, insecure. For those of you who are, your dreams are drawing you to the public eye, to being in the public eye. It's a time to be seen now. It says here, Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So let's go ahead and open the book. This is the kind of deck that you definitely have to open the book for. Give me a moment. Okay, the courageous peony. It says your flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. To own your uniqueness without apology. There's a flower on this planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is readying itself to express. Let it inform you. You may have been taught that it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. At first, it may feel uncomfortable and you may be afraid of what others think. But with each passing day, it does become easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you, and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in the world? Okay, so some of you may feel as if though you won't be liked if you allow yourself to be seen by the world. Some of you may be feeling like, will people be drawn to me? It can be a very scary thing. It can also be very humbling. One of my favorite quotes is that the master the difference between the master and the student is that the master has failed more times than the student has tried. So collective, it is a time to embrace failures, okay? Because failure can be very character building. It can teach you things. It will teach you how to improve your technique or your strategy. Okay, it will tell you, oh, this was warm, this was cold, or I'm getting hotter. It'll help you slowly but surely perfect your craft. Okay, so for those of you who are afraid of failure at this time, embrace it, because failure comes with a lot of lessons, a lot of perfecting yourself along the way. And keep in mind that the only perfection is imperfection. Some people are more drawn to imperfection than they are to perfection. There is an audience out here for everyone. So while you may be thinking that you're not good enough, someone out there is looking for someone who's not afraid to be flawed. Okay, Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. What do the Star Brothers have to say? It says you're more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. Look at that, the back of your heart, not even the front, my loves. That's deep. You're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. What did I say a few minutes ago? You're being very loved and supported by the divine, and the divine is giving you an offer of love with this new beginning. Like, the new beginning is a gift from the divine. It is, we talk about love languages, and it's like gifts, acts of service, acts of love. This new beginning is an act of love from the divine. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. We've learned that we need to go at life alone, that it's not safe to let our guard down and our heart open, that the world isn't a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe. Even if you're going through a difficult time, they want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call in your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften. What did we say? The soft era. To soften through life's ups and downs and to learn to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. How can you open yourself up to receiving more support? So it's very interesting because a lot of the messages that I've been getting lately collective is to make sure that you are protecting yourself from lower vibrational energies, to be discerning, to keep your head on a swivel. And that can, in fact, make you feel like you cannot trust anyone. But what I'm sensing here is that some of you have reached a level in your spiritual journey or your life journey here on earth where you are being protected even in the presence and through the existence of those lower vibrational energies. I believe it was this morning's reading, or it could have been yesterday's. I've done several collective readings this week. I think it was this morning's, though, where the message was, yeah, it was a message for those who have the eyes to hear. In other words, the universe is constantly communicating with us, collective. The universe is constantly communicating with you. It's constantly sending you signs and synchronicities and alignments, all of these things that are guiding you along the way. And that very much is your protection. Working on and strengthening your intuition is also your protection. And yes, there's always going to be fears and there's always going to be doubts, but you will be guided through that as well. So I really, really love these messages because I feel like it's been a hardcore 2 to 3 days of, you know, um, be careful of who allow in your energy. Audacity is at an all-time high. People are trying to deceive and so on and so forth. So this is actually a really nice change. It really does feel softer. Let's look at some true intentions really quickly. Let's look at some true intentions really quickly. Ooh, okay. My shuffling game. Check in and sage advice. Sage advice. I've been thinking about your situation and I'd like to offer a fresh perspective. So what were we just saying? This is a nice little change from some of the messages that we've been getting these past couple of days. And it says here, check in. I want to catch up and make sure everything is going well. So absolutely, this is sage advice coming from the other realms, from the higher realms, and they're just checking in. This is like a mental health check or a wellness mental health and well-being type of a check-in that you're getting right now from the divine. Okay, someone is curious here. Someone here is curious. I'm intrigued and I want to learn more. So there could be someone who's curious about you. You may be getting approached by someone who's looking for your advice, or who wants to check in, or who just wants to get your perspective. Okay. Interestingly enough, some of you may be hearing about a loan through the grapevine, and this is going to be really good news for you, okay, or some sort of a financial opportunity that you can benefit from, okay. It says here I'm in need of financial assistance. So some of you may need some financial assistance. And at the beginning of the reading, one of the messages that came through is that it might benefit some of you to look at local services and organizations that might be able to assist with financial hardships or other financial needs, just in case it is a loan. So some of you may have heard about a program, or will be hearing about some sort of a program that can help you, with your businesses or with your goals financially, and it's going to work out really well for you, because you're going to get great news, which it's going to be approved. The bottom of the deck, it says, I'm sorry. I need to apologize for what I did. Then we have sabotage in the reverse. There could be someone or an energy around you that at one point was trying to sabotage you, but they've since had a change of heart. Okay. And this person may be coming to you with a gift, or wanting to give you some sort of a gift. Okay. And it says here positive. My intentions are pure and I only want to improve your life. Okay. So, you know what, collective? Definitely use your discernment when it comes to who is around you. Trust yourself, trust your discernment, trust your intuition, check in with your spirit tribe. Okay. I'm not sure if, people who apologize, honestly, don't apologize to me for trying to sabotage me. Kick freaking rocks. This is my soft girl era. Kick rocks. Okay, dude, you save your apologies. Sabotage, that's nothing light, baby. That is nothing light. I will see you next lifetime. I don't know what would motivate you to try to sabotage collective. Okay. I don't know what would motivate someone to try to sabotage the beautiful collective, especially if they're pure of heart, loving, and I'm not saying, they're not strong willed. I'm sensing that the collective is going from their, tough era to their soft era, but nonetheless, especially if you were someone who was supposed to be an ally, a friend, a family member, a lover, no thank you. So definitely and absolutely use your discernment, collective, when it comes to, anyone who is trying to issue you an apology. If they're apologizing for sabotaging you, I don't know. They wouldn't get past my gatekeeping. I can assure you of that. They would not get past my gatekeeping. So, all right, let's see what else we have going on. I'm going to try not to make this too long for you all, so you can get back to your football. It says here, death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So we opened up the reading with the death card in the tarot deck, and here it is again. So some of you are in your comfort zones. You're deathly afraid of this new chapter, what it looks like. And the main reason is because you don't see the destination. You are operating on pure faith. I'm seeing the fool now in my mind's eye. You are operating on pure faith. You are taking a leap of faith by going down this road. Trust and believe that is part of the journey. That is part of the test. For some reason, there are aspects of your journey that are meant to be unknown to you. Part of it is because if you knew too much, it would scare you away from it. You would reclude back to your comfort zone for sure, because that's how amazing it it's going to be. Like the potential, there's huge potential in this new beginning, in this life transformation, in this rebirth for a lot of you. And for some of you, it's to also just protect you from others that aren't meant to know about this new journey or aspects of it. And maybe people that you have not yet discerned to be untrustworthy, you know? So it could be for a number of reasons. Could be for a number of reasons. So let's see. What else? What else do we have here? Worry. Yeah. See, what did we just talk about? We just talked about worrying and a lot of fears coming into our minds. But it says here, I'm learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. So a lot of you are expending a lot of energy on fear and worry that is not going to change the outcome. You are guaranteed this new beginning in a very successful, loving, peaceful, soft, and prosperous way. Okay. We also have purpose here. So, what it is that you all have, and congratulations to you, collective. You have aligned with your soul's purpose. That says a lot about you. Through life, you go to school, you have accomplishments, you have achievements, you take courses, there's a program, there's a curriculum, you got to take, I don't know, 25 classes, huge achievements. In the school of life, the exams, the lessons, the tests are so much harder because we usually get the test before the lesson, you know? At least in school, they prepare you for the test, right? So you're going to be living a purpose driven life from here on out. So worrying is not going to change that outcome. Okay. And freedom, a lot of you are going to have freedom. Freedom to enjoy your life, freedom to enjoy your existence in a way that you haven't before. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So I'm hearing a lot of creative freedom. You'll be able to choose, maybe choose your work hours. If this is, if this has to do with the new career for some of you, which I'm very much sensing that it does, you'll be able to have a lot more freedom to travel, to visit friends, to exercise, to work on your health, to not have that soul draining work life imbalance. So good for you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have judgment. And it says here, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. I think it was at the beginning of this reading that we talked about that everyone has their own path. So your, oh, sorry about that. Your signs and synchronicities aren't going to look like someone else's signs and synchronicities, which is why you have to work on your own intuition and your own connection with the divine so that you can literally stay in your lane and keep out of others and keep others out of yours. So if you have naysayers around you, it may, your new life, your new transition may not be meant for them to understand right now. You're meant to, the divine is giving you the good grace of making those mistakes and experiencing those failures in private. The divine is so kind. Okay, I think this is going to be our last deck. Oh, I might be lying about that, but let's see. Let's see. I think it might be our last deck for the day, but like I said, I might be lying. So, uh, one day I'm going to shuffle just fine, you all. But this is what I'm talking about. Being imperfect and being okay with being imperfect and not doing everything at a master or expert level every step of the way. We are all so much more alike, and I don't know about you, but like when I see someone make a mistake and it's not to be mean, I tend to laugh at them and I tell them it's awesome. That was just so awesome. Because I completely understand how the potential for embarrassment that exists within the mistake, within the faux pas, within the stumble. And it makes me laugh because I've been in a place where I was overheating, sweating, blushing out of so much embarrassment that now I'm like, look, there's someone doing the same thing. And it's just like, it just makes them perfectly human. So being okay with being perfectly imperfect is going to take you a long way. And the more grace you show yourself, the more grace others will show you, and the more you will be the example, and others will model after you in showing themselves grace and showing you grace as well. Alrighty, we have water sign energy in the building. Cancer and Scorpio on the table. We have the 10th house, which is the house of career, and solar eclipse, which means something is it eclipsing in or eclipsing out? Watch doors of opportunity swing open. So 10th house, keep it professional, and you watch doors of opportunity swing open. Scorpio, face your feelings. That is why Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth, because like no other sign, Scorpio just braves their cold hard feelings. And where people get it messed up is that Scorpio, their stinger, they sting themselves just as much, if not more than they sting those around them. And with Cancer, soften your heart. I love it when closing messages really do just bring an entire reading to, full circle. Okay. Because we're talking about work. We were talking about, you know, facing your feelings, being vulnerable. We were talking about softness. I absolutely love this. So let's go through and read these cards, my loves. Bear with me. Show me and yourselves some grace. Okay, so Cancer, the sensitive and nurturing sign of Cancer is here to encourage you to lean into compassion. It's amazing how so many unpleasant feelings like anger, hatred, jealousy, vindictiveness can be diffused by fully opening your heart and putting empathy into practice. There is so much strength to be gained through gentleness and care. So it may be time to slightly lower that defensive guard of yours and soften up. Put yourself in someone else's shoes and try to understand their feelings in a realistic way. Other people's fears, vulnerabilities, and insecurities probably aren't much different from your own. We were just saying that. Weren't we, collective? Total alignment, my loves. Total alignment. That is, I see when we talk about signs and synchronicities, that's what we're talking about. You know, when you have a thought, when you have a download, and then the universe just follows up and underscores it with confirmation, that is a sign that you are in alignment, my loves. Okay, so this is beautiful. If you are still here and if you are still watching, that is a sign that you are in alignment right now with your purpose. All right, Scorpio, face your feelings. What are you running from? Uh, and why are you so afraid of it? It's time to stop sugarcoating stuff and start getting real about how you feel. The intense and investigative sign of Scorpio is always digging deep, trying to find those nuggets of golden truth buried beneath the surface of ourselves, good, bad, or ugly. Stop fearing your own feelings or trying to avoid any elephants in the room. If you're unhappy with your relationship or job, face how you feel. If you know someone is lying to you, stop pretending they're not. Ignoring the monsters under the bed won't make them disappear. It'll just give them more time to grow and plot against you. All right, my love. So that 8 of Cups that we saw at the beginning of the reading, that was that running away energy. Okay, your fears are making you run away from your purpose. They're making you run towards your comfort level. So there was we just read a card. I can't remember if it was just this deck or another, but it said something about when you feel your heart start to harden, that's when you need to give it the grace to soften up, right? So when you feel yourself like cringing and your muscles are tight and your teeth are clenched, right? Those are all signs of your heart hardening out of fear. Deep breaths, relax. Relax your shoulders, breathe in and out. Imagine yourself in total and utter peace. Okay, but I love what this says here. If you're unhappy with something, a relationship, a job, if you think someone's lying to you, like stop pretending. Don't lie to yourself to help them lie to you. These are all things that, and the 8 of Cups also does. It also does, as I said at the beginning of the reading, it does also represent having to walk away from something that you once loved and something that once brought you fulfillment. Maybe for some of you, your jobs never brought you fulfillment, but there was a time where when you first got the job, you were happy to get it. It was an achievement. It was a goal that was achieved. It was in alignment with your education or your experience up to that point. So my point is, yeah, facing the fact that some chapters have to come to an end so that you can walk into your purpose, so that you can walk into alignment. And with that Knight of Cups we saw earlier, which was clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, we are talking about just being in a vibration of love, of peace, of fulfillment, and of prosperity. Huge, huge potential here. Okay. All right, 10th house. If you're still with me, thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out, my loves. I know a lot of people don't make it to the end of the reading. So oftentimes when I'm doing a reading, I feel like, probably just talking to myself right now. But you know what? I'll take it because these messages are so loving. 10th house, keep it professional. The 10th house of an astrology chart represents our professional and public image. So we talked about being seen and allowing yourself to be seen earlier, right? So this card bodes very well for career moves and work matters. So this is a good sign. Big opportunities may be coming. So level up your performance and stand tall in your authority and talent. Be confident in yourself, okay? But beyond your job, the 10th house is also a reminder to be conscious of the image you're putting forth. So, however you want to be seen by the world, make sure that that's how you're showing up. That does not mean to be inauthentic, though. Be conscious of the image that you're putting forth to prying eyes, as your presence may not be as private as you think it is. That means that I might not be here alone right now. Keep your reputation in mind as you move through your current situation and act with integrity. So say what you mean and mean what you say, my loves. Do not say one thing and do another. And when someone, tries to put pressure on you, you're not going to have to worry about it because you said what you said and you meant what you meant. You didn't mince your words and your actions didn't contradict them. It says here, you never know who's watching and what kind of impression you might have a chance to make. And so, see, there's that too. Okay. The way you show up in the world, you don't know who's watching. It may lead to an opportunity or two. Okay. So that also lets We know, collective, that you are in alignment with opportunities coming your way, opportunities that will bring you closer to your life purpose. Okay, solar eclipse. Last one here. All right, it says watch doors of opportunity swing open. Okay, I love that added word. Like a supercharged new moon, solar eclipses are harbingers of all sorts of exciting and unpredictable new beginnings. Doors are about to swing open in your life with shocking swiftness. So, this is going to happen fast, which means an opportunity you may never have imagined today could be fully on the table tomorrow. Sit back and see what sorts of unexpected updates and twists of fate the universe is delivering before making your choice. So that tells me, what did we say? We're going to have multiple options. So you're going to want to weigh those options. Don't take the first thing coming. You may, you may, but not before reviewing your other options, weighing them out, comparing them, and seeing which one is actually going to be the most fulfilling one, the most soul fulfilling option for you. It says your options may wind up being completely different than anything you could have woven in your own head. And so that's what I love about divine timing, is that the divine delivers far beyond our imagination. And because of how big the divine's vision is, it takes longer. See, sometimes we're like, what is taking so long? I've been doing everything that I'm supposed to do. Yeah, if the divine was delivering your vision, you quite possibly would have arrived at your destination by now. But just like in a game of poker, the divine is going to see your vision and raise it a few levels. So that's going to take a little bit more time, my loves. Be patient with yourself and the divine. I think that's a good place to close out the reading. I hope these messages have been helpful, have brought you some peace, and will allow you to enjoy the rest of your day. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. It absolutely helps the channel grow, and that's something that I would love for you to help me with, okay? Because I have dreams and goals too, just like the rest of you. All right, my loves, I will talk to you later. Take care of yourselves, okay? Talk to you soon.